This is what it's like to stay at the Sheraton Stockholm Hotel in Stockholm, Sweden. In this video, I'm going to show you around one of the rooms, the king bed room on the club level. I'm going to show you around the hotel, show you the common areas, show you the restaurants, those sort of things. I'm going to share with you my pros and cons, let you know how much this hotel costs, and let you know whether you should consider staying here or not. All right, let's go. The Sheraton Stockholm Hotel is a 9-story building with over 400 guest rooms. It was one of the original Sheratons built in Europe, but it recently went a full remodel in 2026, so everything is sparkling new. It is located very central in the Stockholm city center, just about a 3 to 5 minute walk from Stockholm Central Station, so really convenient if you're taking the air train into the city from Arlanda Airport or high-speed trains from other places in Scandinavia. As you enter into the hotel lobby through the revolving doors, you come into a kind of 2-story little open atrium. The check-in area is over there on the right. Just behind the check-in area, there's a computer and a little bit of a water station. And if you've got club access, because you're like a Marriott Elite member or you've bought access to the club lounge, you'll find the club lounge just right over here. The club lounge is where they serve breakfast, and they also serve kind of evening snacks and appetizers. And then the breakfast restaurant is just kind of beyond the club lounge. The breakfast was pretty good here. We'll talk more about that in the pros and cons. They also serve dinner in this restaurant too. And then there's a lobby bar where you can get some drinks and some light snacks out in the lobby. The hotel does have a fitness center, but while I was here, it was just a temporary one. I expect the new one to be sparklingly beautiful once it's open. Now that we've seen everything around the hotel, let's check out one of the rooms. This is room 727, a king room on the club floor. I booked the base room in the hotel and was upgraded to this view room on the club level. So the first thing we see, the rooms are nicely remodeled. We have a big king bed over here, single sheet. We've got some nice mirrors on the wall here on the corner. What do we have on the nightstand? We've got complimentary water right there. We have USB chargers and C chargers. Interesting switches in the room. This is how you turn on and off the lights. They actually turn instead of flip. So that's interesting. Reading lights, a little here on the side. Then at the foot of the bed, there's a little leather bench down here. Oh, it's almost got like a pillow, like you were gonna lie down and do some exercises on it. I'm not so sure about that. Other nightstand on the other side, also USB chargers. What do the power plugs look like? They are the Swedish style power plugs right there. And then we have a big single comfy sofa chair in the room at this one table. You could also bring that chair over here. Big desk in front of the window, one chair in front of it right here. Any power on this desk? Yes, there is one power plug over here. Also Swedish style power plugs. Looking out the window, this looks out onto the old town of Stockholm. They're doing some remodeling works around here when I stayed here, but nice view. And you can even open the little window that I just kind of put my camera out, make sure I don't drop it. But I love that you can open this window and get some fresh air into the room. We have a little mini bar in the room right over this way. On top of the mini bar, we have a espresso coffee machine. We've got a little Audio Pro box. We've got a lot of different glasses. And then down here, these are the mini bar things. So these are not free, but you could buy them. And there's a little tiny bit of room for your personal stuff in here if you want to keep some things cold. Television up on the wall behind this interesting green lamp. And then this is also an interesting shelf over here, just to kind of put your personal items in. I guess you come and go, put your wallet there, room keys, also cell phone maybe, because they got a little charger right there. We have in the closet, this side, which has a coffee cup, a teapot, a hairdryer, the in-room safe. They also have a bunch of other like in-room vanities. There's lights in here that I should be able to turn on. Hold on, it's right here by the door. And I turn this and it turns these lights on. Okay, I think when I was fiddling with those other switches by the bed, these got turned off. So in here we've got sewing kit, vanity kit, shower cap, dental cap, shaving kit, and the bottom one, that's just room for you to put your stuff. In the actual closet, we've got my jacket. It's cold here. It's Sweden. Ironing board, iron. We've got some robes, and we have some nice Stockholm slippers. Those are pretty cool. Okay. There is a shoehorn over here by the door. And then this brings us into the bathroom, which also everything very nicely remodeled in this room. We've got the kind of floating style toilet here, a couple different flushers, big flush, small flush. We go this way, we have the sink in the room that kind of mirrors the mini bar sort of look. It's like a bowl that floats up here. Interesting. Push it down to turn it on. Turn it. How do we control the, turn it that way. Turn it, push it to control the flow. Interesting way of doing that. Nice lighted mirror right here. Big mirror or magnified mirror. I look too big in that one. Okay. We've got the debaser soaps and lotions, facial tissue, which you don't find in all Swedish hotels. And then the shower right here. Small shower, no bathtub. Just this kind of like glass wall to keep your water in, which is typically Swedish. And then it has a handheld and a fixed rain head on top, which I like that it has both. The door to this, it does close and it is solid. It's just a small little pocket door that closes like that. Oh, but just to note, not all of the rooms in this hotel have a great outdoor view. Many of them face into the interior courtyard, and this is what that looks like. But I guess it's going to be pretty quiet if your room looks in here. Well, all right, fellow explorers, if you watch my hotel reviews regularly, you'll now know it's time for the Topher review, where I rate hotels on a scale of 1 to 5 Tophers. Topher, my traveling panda, was too cold to come on this trip to Stockholm, but this hotel gets 4 Tophers. All right, so let's talk about the pros and cons of why this hotel got 4 Tophers and why it didn't get 5 Tophers. But first, I have to tell you how much I paid for this hotel. I was here in April of 2026, and I paid around 2,600 kroners per night, which is around $240 per night. This is kind of shoulder season or low season, so you can expect the room rates to definitely be higher if you're coming here in summer. I also think they're going through like a reputation thing where, like, if you look on TripAdvisor, people are like, oh, this place is tired and old and it needs a remodel. Well, it has a remodel, but I don't know that people really know that yet. So I think once people discover it, the room rates will probably go up commensurate to that, because honestly, it was a very nice stay, very nice room, and nice and sparklingly fresh. That's obviously the first pro, is that new remodel. The second pro, great location. I love the location, really close to the central station. I love the view outside of this room. I'm just going to turn the camera around right here so that you can see out the window. I know I've shown you this before, but just kind of like looking out into Old Town there, looking at all the activity out there was just kind of great from this room. There's a train going by right now if you hear kind of a low-grade rumble. Now, I realize that not all rooms will have this view, but this one did. And so that's nice. They clearly, they treated me as a Marriott Titanium member very nicely. So if you're a Marriott Elite member, I bet they'll treat you nicely too. Another pro, the room is very big in Stockholm. A lot of old hotels, so a lot of really small rooms. So if you're looking for a place where you can kind of like spread out, open up your luggage, you got a few people in the room, you'll have lots of room in here. I like that the bathroom was also quite big too, much bigger than typical Stockholm hotels. I slept very well in the room. I enjoyed that the windows could open so I could get fresh air inside. The bed was comfortable. The room was generally quiet. I mean, once I have those windows open, you can hear the trains and cars go by, but when they're closed, it's all pretty quiet. I found the staff to all be helpful, very pleasant. You know, when I check in, they ask me, do I need to know anything about Stockholm? Would I like a map? So really great service. Close to that central station, really close to T-Centralen, which is the T-bana. They don't call it a tube here, but it's the tunnelbana, as they call it. That's the kind of subway under the city, like a 3-minute walk to get to that station. And then I mentioned I would get back to breakfast. As a Marriott Titanium member, I got the complimentary breakfast either in the lounge or in the restaurant. It's kind of a weird setup, the lounge. It's kind of small, it's kind of dark for breakfast time, so I don't really love the lounge at this hotel all that much, but I did really enjoy the breakfast in the restaurant. Lots of great hot foods, lots of great cold foods, you know, American, British, Swedish, great fusion of things, so I always looked forward to breakfast down in the restaurant. And so now we'll go on to the cons. The first one is the lounge. They only have like food and snacks and things like that in there during the designated time, so either breakfast or evening. So if you go like midday or you go late at night, there's nothing at all in the lounge, which is kind of a bummer. I like the Marriott lounges or the Sheraton lounges where like There's just kind of some snacks and drinks all day. There are a few sodas, and there is coffee or tea that you can go in and get, but it'd be nice if there were like some chips or nuts or things like that if you were hangry at like 11 o'clock when you came in, if you had a late arrival. The air conditioning in the room, while it worked, it didn't get really cold. I feel like that's probably a Stockholm thing where like it's cold here. Why do you want to use the air conditioner? I feel like the coldest that I could get it in the room was like 23 degrees Celsius from the air conditioner, unless I opened up the windows. I feel like this is probably more to do with me being here in April and them not really having that set to go cold yet. I would imagine in the summertime, the air conditioning probably does go colder in this room. I don't love the bathroom setup, and while I do appreciate that it has a fixed head and a handheld, I wish it actually had like a curtain or a door or something like that that would close it off completely, because otherwise the American in me just tends to like splash water all over the bathroom. Now, if I'm being a real complainer, or if I could wish things, I wish they would have more universal outlets in this room. I know I'm in Sweden, so they got like the Type-C 2-prong plugs, but you know, a lot of Marriotts around the world will put like one plug in the room because they know people travel from all over, so that anybody can plug into that. But you know what? Maybe for your next remodel, Sheraton Stockholm. But now on the question of would I stay here again, I absolutely would. I really enjoyed my stay here. I enjoyed the room. I enjoyed the location. I enjoyed almost everything about it. So I would definitely recommend it to you. And fellow explorers, if your travels are coming to Stockholm, Sweden, as soon as my new travel guide is finished, I'm going to put it right here. In the meantime, I'll put whatever video YouTube recommends for you. All right, as usual, fellow explorers, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in the next video.